Yeah, so I paid all that shit off. So now we're in go mode, and now we're rolling out. We're doing like we did the AOL sessions. You saw that. We shot the video. We're basically just in go mode. Doing everything. Having meetings at Interscope, doing all that shit, and we're figuring out when to drop the single. Blah blah blah. Cool. So yeah, we finally dropped the single. And it's doing cool. You know what I mean? It hit the charts here, and but it didn't do what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
when did you guys figure out at what point where you're like, okay, this ain't this is not
I
working right
think we
now?
was working it. We was so I did a promo tour. Do the West Coast promo tour. Uh, you know, L.A. All the way up, just up the whole coast, all the way up to like Washington and Oregon, all that shit. And we're pushing it. We're doing meeting with the radio guys, and we did that for about I think like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know. We probably was pushing it. I don't know, maybe a couple months, maybe something. But we just saw that it just wasn't. It just didn't. It did what it was supposed to do because it wasn't like the lead single. It just wasn't
Yeah, I think it would have been better a third or fourth single.
third or fourth once you already established. Cool, but that first one, especially an unknown guy, that came out of nowhere that 50 just took a liking to and started pushing. That fucking first single has to be a banger. It has to be Chase the Cat. As soon as it comes on, you're like,
That beat is crazy too.
boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop, boop,
yeah,
boop,
like it's
boop,
something
boop,
different. I was
boop,
like,
boop,
and
boop,
that's what I'm saying. That style of June, and I was moving towards that way as a fan. I was like, this is the right direction because of everything else that's going on.
right.
And the whole shift was everybody says that the shift in hip hop was 50 versus Kanye. Once Kanye
Yeah,
beat 50, the whole shift started going towards the backpack rap, the
yeah,
the more you know all like Lupe Fiasco conscious, like all kinds of different
yeah.
style, like that type of style. Now no more shooting gangsta and all this other stuff.
Right.
So that's why I was like, I think G Unit dropped the ball on you specifically because you was that fresh new sound
Yeah.
that I as a fan was excited about because I was like 50 gets it. I was like 50 understands where this is heading way before it's even starting to head there.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what happens?
It was that. It was goes back to that fucking. So it goes back to that Jimmy Iovine, 50 Cent, back of the truck, Beverly Hills, listening to the album, and I didn't say shit. I truly believe if I was like, yo, nah, fuck that, nah, Chase the Cat, go back to Chase the Cat, go back to Chase the Cat, boom. This has to be. If I pled my case, you know what I'm saying, like I should have. I should have been more behind myself. You know what I'm saying, and more believed in myself instead of just going, oh, they're richer and but I like they like me for a reason. So here's the advice. Like so, as an artist, you have to truly know yourself and don't shortchange yourself. Like you have to truly believe that you get it. You know what I mean? And don't back down to somebody because of their position or whatever, because only you know you and how you can sell yourself. So don't do what I did. Like don't not say shit. Like you have to actually speak up for yourself and as an artist. And so that's one thing I would have obviously in hindsight would have changed would have been like speak up for myself. And if they said no, I could have lived with that at least.
Yeah, at least you said something.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I pussied out and I justified because they are rich and all that, you
I mean,
know,
you were young too, and it's a new thing,
yeah,
and it's like you can't really blame yourself too much. But I yeah, if you would have said something, potentially something would have changed. But if Jimmy Iovine's behind it, even 50, even if I mean 50's actually kind of, he was leaking. They were screwing up the Massacre release at a certain point. He had to leak Disco Inferno,
oh
like
yeah,
he had to like leak it just to get Interscope to push him and get it behind him because
right,
it's like they weren't believing him after he dropped Give It or Die Trying. They were having issues with him. It's like, what are you doing? As a label, Interscope was kind of reactive and not proactive
oh
a
100
lot of the
percent.
time. So
And there's a lot of politics going on there.
yeah, so at that time, 50 was doing the whole Jimmy Interscope, I'm the boss, like
Yeah,
F Jimmy and all this, and there's probably tension there, and that probably played a role in how much Jimmy was willing to push you know, anything G Unit related to because of also the game situation. Now 50 has a great point of, you know, they were pushing GU not and G Unit at the
Yeah,
same
because
time.
they was making bread off both
Yeah,
sides.
so it's like how much be easy. To be honest with you, any record can be a hit. Depends how much money you're putting behind it. I think. Because there's records that I've heard that are garbage. They just get played so much on the radio to the point where it's like, all I
Yeah,
do is hear this shit. And
true.
it's a bad
Yeah,
record. It's not a good song.
yeah,
I
true.
think Be Easy, it's not a terrible song. Is it the greatest song? No. But it could pass to where if you push enough, it would have been at least a top 40 hit,
Yeah,
which is.
you would have to go into the red, like deep in the red, to get there.
Yeah.
Like depending on the quality of the record, depends on how much money you have to put behind it. If it's a hit, you know, it won't have to take 30 million to fucking do it.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it would have had to take hella fucking money to fucking get that.
Because
record.
I, as a G Unit fan,
Yeah.
I didn't hear Be Easy. Like, I didn't hear it till later on.
Yeah.
So it's like, it didn't even reach the hardcore fans. It didn't. A lot of, actually, at that time, Banks' album, Rotten Apple, Buck the World, a lot of them were getting not pushed the way they were supposed to. Like Rotten Apple should have been pushed way better. It did not perform nowhere near what Hunger for More did. Same with Buck the World.
But see, but that was another thing. See, he fucked up. Banks fucked up. You know that story with that album, right?
Yeah, the first version of the album, he had a
He left it at the fucking
yeah,
stripper's house.
yeah. But that first version wouldn't have not. I think this second version was better than the first.
But that's not the point. So check this out, right? So up to that point, so remember what the recipe or the blueprint was. 50, yeah, Get Rich or Die Trying, right? And then you moved into the G Unit album, right? And then we hit him with Banks' album, right? So now, radio wise, you got 50 on these singles. Everything was intertwining. There was never a break, right? It was like this, the G Unit album, then you had the Bank single comes out, you know, and then you have his whole album run. But then you got G Unit on some of his albums and back of some of the videos, you might have another song. So it was always interweaving with each other to where, remember on the radio, like if you're on the radio, you're popping. If you're not on the radio, you're not popping, right? You go into Buck's album, right? And then you got, remember at the what was it? Was that at the back of one of I'm a certified gangster?
Yeah.
You know, and then you're introducing the next project, right? Then you got Yayo.
Yeah.
Comes in, 50's on So Seductive, boom.
That makes sense, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you had, when the game was
Game was before Yayo.
Game,
yeah.
excuse me. So you got Game.
Then Massacre,
50.
then 50, yeah.
So then you got that. Then so you got Yayo, and then was it Massacre came after Yayo?
Before. Massacre was March 2005. Yayo was August 2005.
Okay, Massacre.
Then
Boom.
Yayo.
This is all
intertwined, yeah.
G Unit, right? Yayo.
Then you got Mob Deep.
Then you got 50 on the Mobs, right? That's getting radio play. G Unit's on the radio this whole time, right? Now this is supposed to now
break that.
Bleed in. So now you got that. Now it's supposed to bleed into me. See, right? So now I'm coming in, right?
Breaking that, but
now, so it's supposed to be me, then Banks, right? Yeah. My shit don't hit. So as mine's not hitting, they want to hit the button on Banks because you have to keep G Unit in the radio on the radio waves to keep the relevancy there. Because if you drop off to the casual listener, you fell off. So that first album, we supposed to go with that. The fucking shit leaks. And I think what the DJ name was Big Mike or something. I think he leaked it. I could be wrong. So it leaks. So he has to re-record a whole new album. And if you remember, there was no G Unit on the radio.
Yeah, for a good minute.
Right?
Yep.
You got Game, 300 bars.
Yeah, all that shit.
So what does that look like?
Yeah.
That Game Destroyed G Unit.
Yeah,
He did a lot of damage. We're not gonna go back and forth about that. He did a lot of damage.
I think a
And
lot played into that though. I think
no, a lot played into it, but he did his job, like what he was trying to do.
nah.
Like,
I think three things. So game was the third piece. I think the
okay,
first piece was, and this is the most crucial piece to me.
yeah,
Sha Money leaving and having to eventually fall out with 50. Because
okay,
Sha Money,
that was a piece.
the
Yeah,
second Sha Money left, no project started coming out. It was just 50. But before I self-destruct, Banks did HFM2. After that, that was the last ever. There was a
yeah,
whole
because he
age
was,
gaps of like, I mean not age gap, but years of gaps with no projects coming out. And
yeah,
when Sha was there, every year there was at least 2 or 3 G Unit projects coming out.
yeah.
The second
So
after the Mob
okay,
Deep, Blood Money, Sha said that he was having issues with 50 around that time.
yeah, they started. Yeah,
Yeah, and then Buck was cool with Sha. He was siding with him. 50 was having issues with Buck because the whole IRS taxes thing.
the
So then
300,000.
you have the CEO, the president of G, not the owner, but the president of G Unit, Sha Money,
Yeah,
not being able to do his job because the boss, the owner, is having issues with him. So that intertwines into, and then you have the Jimmy Iovine calling him, "Fuck Jimmy, I don't work for nobody."
yeah.
And then it goes to Game.
Then so Game was there to clean it all up.
So, and here's the thing about the Ja Rule thing. People always give 50 the credit and say that he destroyed Ja Rule, but no, Murder Inc. was going through a whole federal investigation.
Yeah, yeah.
That's another huge thing that played into Murder Inc.'s
Oh yeah,
downfall
100%.
as well, because now you got to think Ja Rule can't speak how he normally speaks. He can't defend himself. There's a whole year where he couldn't say anything of 50. So all that plays into role. Same with the Game situation. Game took advantage of knowing probably the behind the scenes things were starting to really get bad. Us as fans, we don't know shit. Now we find out decades later, but we don't know shit that's going on behind the scenes. We think it's just like, hey, radio, it's getting fucked up and all that.
So yeah, the planets were aligned like for in the wrong way for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, 100%. Yeah, that's definitely a layered situation.
And that screwed you in the end because like with Sha leaving, 50's with Game situation, he's already messed up from that. He's like, man, all that shit happening. Then Jimmy's probably not pushing your record like he would have if things were going smooth and how Right. So I think, like I said, I think Be Easy is not that bad of a record. I think it's a good record.
It's cool.
It definitely deserves at least third or fourth single, or at least on the album.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So if Jimmy would have put more money, I don't know what the budget was, probably 400, 500, a million.
Something like that.
If they would have put more money behind it, it would have at least done top 40, at least.
Possibly, yeah.
And top 40 that's good for your first. Then you go in second one, Chase the Cat, probably do top 20, top 10, who knows, and then you move from there. Because usually the first single, like Justin Bieber, the first single, they had to push. He's a new artist. Nobody knows him. Push. It took a while. And then finally, once the first record got going, the second, third, like it takes time for that shit to, trickle on. Because I didn't hear, but like I said, as a fan, when that song came out, 2006, I was young as fuck. I was 11, 12. But I was on the internet. I knew what the hell I was listening to. I knew exactly what was dropping. That just flew over my head, man. I heard about you like first, like actually listen to you, bump my shit. That was like the moment.
That was the first joint?
Yeah. I heard Chase the Cat here and there, but I heard so many different mixes that like I didn't know. I heard Get Down as well. Get Down.
Yeah, that was mixtape. That was mixtape.
Yeah, so I heard those records, but like I didn't know like, oh shit, this is the new G Unit act. And then once I heard Bump My Shit, I heard your other music. I was like, okay, this is the fresh sound that the 50 was pushing. Because I was watching XXL, I was going a little bit back, and I was like, okay, so now this is the sound that 50's pushing. And then all the other, it's like, I'm waiting for Fastlane. Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is going on? And then, so then the whole TOS, Buck ends up leaving. And so as fans, we're like, what's going on there? And then, so it's not, I don't think it's 100% the single fault from a fan perspective.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. Definitely. Because we shot the Rock to It video. Did you know that?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And that never came out?
So we shot Rock to It, Broadway.
Oh, dope.
So he was doing the 3D shit, like the animations and all that. So it was gonna be an animation. It was cool. It was like it's supposed, So he was working on it, and it just never, and like just everything just crumbled at that point. Like it just kind of just was like. So I'm thinking, all right, cool. We're gonna go with Rock to It. All right, let's do that. Then he just never finished the video. Like it just never. So I don't know. Maybe the budget got cut or whatever happened. it just whatever. But we had a whole shoot, green screen, had the models, had all did all that, and it just never. So there's a Rock to It video out there somewhere.
That's crazy.
Broadway probably still got the files. So it just like all just fizzled away because it just didn't, you know.
See this full interview without having to wait? You can join our YouTube memberships program for just $8 a month. You get the full interview, behind the scenes footage, and no ads. If you want more, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/diverse mentality. And for $10 a month, you can not only get these full interviews immediately, but also get uncut and ad-free documentaries as well. The link is in the description for both.